Hi, first apologies. I was going to put this video out 2 months ago, but got good excuses. No, I couldn't do it. I was waiting for the company to supply some information, which took until early April, because I wanted to be able to tell you exactly what the points setup was. And then, unfortunately, timing-wise, that was not good because Anna and I then were away for a couple of weeks, so doing a bit of travel up here, which was good fun. Went to a place called Airlie Beach. If you've not heard of Airlie Beach, in Magnetic Island, great places to go. Put them on your bucket list. Well worthwhile. Anyway, enough of that. What the purpose of this video is just to show you how you can earn points for the Tasmanian incentive. And it's not as hard as you think. So I'm going to take you through, I've got a PowerPoint which I'm going to walk you through, and then I've got an actual spreadsheet, and we're going to plot some numbers onto that spreadsheet, and you can see how quickly they can add up. So let me share my screen to there. And yeah, so I've done that. Let's get rid of me out of that corner. Put me over there. And yeah, so most people, when these incentives come on, the majority of people go, couldn't possibly do it. You know, we can be a bit like that. It's, what have I done here? Why is this not working? Okay, is this working now? Yes. Most people think that, you know, it's going to be too hard. They couldn't possibly achieve it. The points numbers look too high. And that's a confidence thing. You know, your brain starts telling you before you even get going, before you even look at the rules, you know, you can't do it. It's not. But Manatech set these things up. They're a bit different to other companies that I've seen and worked in, where it's only for the very few. It's only for the high achievers, you know, that they'll get to go. But, you know, those particularly new people coming in haven't got a chance. But not so with Manatech. I'd have to say they do an excellent job of making it easy for those that want to step outside their comfort zone. So what if it wasn't quite as hard as you first thought? They're the points that you need. Now, there's levels beyond bronze and silver, but I've just picking out these two. These are the entry levels. So for one person to have 4 nights or 5 days, all expenses paid, that's a twin share, you need 11,250 points. For 2 of you to go, it bumps up to 19,500. That's five full days and 4 nights accommodation. So what we're going to do is I'm going to look at just the lower level of that. But having said that, you know, aim for the lowest level. And once you've got that under control, you'll have a lot more confidence, and then you can start looking at the upper level. And, you know, you also have momentum. So that should make life a little easier for you. But, you know, if it's only one of you gets to go, okay, that's disappointing for the one that's left behind. And I've been that person a couple of times. But at least you've given it a go. You know, at least one of you's had the experience of one of these Manatech incentives, you know, and you've had a holiday that you wouldn't buy yourself. I mean, you know, if you're like us, when we holiday on a budget, and we stick to, you know, accommodation levels, we stick to food and all of that sort of stuff. We have levels that we try to spend at. Don't always succeed, but we try. But this is something where somebody else has set the price. Somebody else has determined the type of room you're going to have. Somebody else has determined the sort of food you're going to have, and the little smaller trips that you go on while you're there. You know, the sightseeing. Somebody else has determined all of that, and they've determined it with a budget that's probably higher than yours, certainly higher than ours. So it's well worthwhile. You know, these, to put a figure on it, these things are probably for one person worth in the vicinity of $4,000 or $5,000, And, for a few nights accommodation, 4 nights, 5 days, most of you wouldn't be spending that sort of money, but here it will be. So you get lavished a bit. So I'm going to aim at that one on purpose with the view that, get that under control and then move forward. So in my view, you need to look at and understand the following. You need to get hold of the video that Manatech put out. Now, I've already put the link of this out on WhatsApp, so it should be floating around. But if you haven't got it, go to your upline, get it, or see. There'll be a contact detail for me. You can email me, and I will send it to you. You also need to go into some documents that the company's put out. They just don't take a lot of reading, but there's the how to qualify. It's a great little document. It goes through all of the stuff in much more detail than I'm going to cover. I'm going to expand on one little bit of it and show you what it really means. But the how to qualify, all the rules, the fine print that you need to go through as well, that just helps. When you've got questions arise out of the how to qualify, go to the fine print, usually fixes them. And then if it doesn't, the frequently asked questions may. There's no such thing as a silly question when it comes to these incentives, because they're not something we work on every day. They take, it takes you a little while to get your head around it. There's lots of questions that have been asked over the years. The answers are there. And if you can think of it as a question, somebody else has too. So go in there. And so once you've been through the video and those documents and looked at what I'm going to show, well, mine's a minor point. Hopefully I'm just going to be the encouragement that gets you to go and do some background on this. So you need to make a decision that it's worth having a go at. And that's just that. It's just a decision. While you're listening to me prattle on, just go, oh, well, okay, I've seen how the numbers fall in. Let me grab this. Let me grab these videos and documents, and I'll give this a crack. And if even if you do and you fail, that's the worst thing. You give it a go and you fail. That's terrible, isn't it? No, it's not. No, it's not. It means you've got outside your comfort zone for long enough, or you come to the understanding that when you go outside your comfort zone, you can't handle it, and you quickly run back in and you don't do anything. And if that happens to you, if you start to give this a go and that happens to you, follow me up. Get onto your upline or follow up Anna and I, and we'll talk to you about how did we get over that? Because we've been there, we've done that. We've, scurried back into our cave and hidden when the going got tough. But there's things you can do to get out of it, things you can read, things you can watch. So that's the very worst thing that can happen to you. The next bad thing is you mightn't get it, but your business increases. Ooh, that would be terrible. For the first time, you actually get out there and you've given this a go, and you might be, you might just be a few points shy of it, but you've learnt how to run with one of these incentives, and you've also learnt that you can build this business. And so you'll be left with an increased monthly income. Oh, how terrible. To what degree is up to you. So it might be that only one of you go. If you're single and listening to this, it doesn't matter. You get to go anyway. But if you're a couple, ideally both of you'd love to go. I mean, what we've used these trips for is once we're there, then we stay on. When you come back, it's up to you. The company gives you the ticket, but you can elect when you're flying back. We've always added something. Stayed on for a week or 2 weeks, had a look around. The biggest part of the cost is already taken care of. So that's So anyway, so what am I trying to say? It's a win-win. In fact, it's a win-win-win. You either get to grow your business, you get to go on the trip, or you gain some confidence. That's the other great win out of these things. You gain the confidence because you've gone outside just your comfort zone and you've had a you've had a go at it or red-hot go at it. And so, you've got an increased business and increased confidence. I mentioned the fine print. I just want to take you through quickly 2 of these. you've got to have 150 points running through your business every month to be qualifying. If you don't have the 150, you don't get any qualifying points for that month. Pretty basic. It's not hard though. You need 150 minimum. 100 of that must come from your own personal use. All right. The whole 150 can come from your personal use. You don't have to have any customers adding to it, but you need to have that 150 points. But if you've got customers, they add to it as well. And the other thing is, and this is where I want to start to get you thinking about the points. All the points that run through your business now are already earning you points. So for the month of March and April, March is gone, April's almost gone, you will be getting points even though you haven't taken one step towards going for this incentive. And that is because you've got volume running through your business now from your usage and customers' usage. And so that they add up and give you points. And so I'm going to show you how that increases, how that affects you as well. So that's enough of that. There's 5 ways you can go. You'll see this on the video, and you go into it, and Jenny Messenger runs in a bit more detail. First thing to notice is, number 1, you register. They give you 50 points for that. And you go, oh, wacko, 50 points. But you know, what would be interesting is you get to the end of the incentive, and let's say you didn't register, and you're 50 points short of 2 of you going. Then you'd be going, ooh, 50 points is pretty valuable. So grab the 50 points. Because every point can matter. So that's it. Product orders, I'll talk about that. That's it. Points are awarded for every automatic order and every one-time order. Leadership points, just for achieving your current level, you get points. For increasing that level, you get more points. If you develop some new Team 2 or Team 4 or Team 6, you get additional points. If you don't know what they are, talk to your upline or talk to me. New associate bonuses. This is bonus points for people that join the business. Let's say you sign somebody up in, I don't know, pick a month, July. There's only 6 months to go. Let's make it even harder. Let's say they join in August, 5 months to go. Well, they get bonus points. Isn't that incredible? Company gives them bonus points. Depending on the number of which month they join in, there's bonus points given to them, just to give them some incentive to have a crack at this too. So that's even new people that you sign up in a few months' time can still go. That's to remind me that I've got to take you now to another spreadsheet, which is hopefully there. Yep. And I'm going to show you some figures now. I just need to clean the spreadsheet up a bit because I didn't do that before I jumped on here like a silly person. What if we just go click, 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 click. Okay, there we go. Now it's back to only 50 points. So that's your registration, 50 points, which you're going to do now. You decide, you listen to this, get excited, and you register and you get 50 points to start with. And so therefore the points running across each month and running down the total of where points are going to come from, and I'm only looking at a few of them, not all of them, you're going to have 50 points there. Now, the first thing to notice is I talked about all the business running through, all the PPV running through your business right now is included. So we go back to March, and I don't know what I'm going to work with 500 each month going through. Now, why 500? I don't know. I'm picking on 500 because it's somewhere in the middle between the 150 and the 750. I also picked on it because if you want to get Team 2 or Team 4 or Team 6, then you need to have 500 running through your business. So that's another reason I picked on it. Most of you will be close to that anyway, but when you work out your own numbers, work them out based on what you've got on average coming through. But they will continue on every month, and so if you're working on these numbers, that's 5,000 points that you've already got, plus your 50, you've got 5,500 points, you're halfway there, and you haven't done anything, and you're halfway there. Will you achieve it if you keep doing that? If you had 11,000 points running through there? No, you wouldn't, because you need to achieve for bronze, the bronze level, remember, you need to get 10, this is a requirement, 10 new customers and 7 new associates or more. If you want to go up to the silver level, you need to have 11 during the incentive period, 11 new customers and 10 new associates. This is not an and or, it's both. Sorry, it's not and or, it's both. You've got to have, so it's a total of 17 new people, 10 of which are customers, 7 of which are associates, or 11 and 10, so a total of 21. So that's a must do. Now, each one of those is going to bring new points with them. Now, I've assumed here that, you know, there's the new customers, 1 new customer in that month, 2 in that month, 1 in that month, 1, 2, 1, and the same with associates. I'm going to assume you're not going to get any until June, where you get 2, and then there's 1, and then 2, and then I'm going to show you what points will accrue from them during that time. So let's have a quick look at that. So the only requirement from the new customer is that or a new associate, is they must have an order, a minimum order of 100 points for the month. That's all. Doesn't have to be automatic order. It just has to be an order. It's better. You'll see it's better if they're auto orders, because they give you more points. But let's look at just the points alone. I'm going to assume a base here that you're only selling Osoline. Osoline's convenient because it has 100 points in the purchase. So you buy Osoline, 100 points, and that's a qualifying order. It's somebody, a new customer that you've brought in now. So they're going to do 100 points for that month. So that's one new customer, 100 points. So that's what you'll get in the month of May, because I'm assuming you're not starting until May. And then in June, you'll have your previous month's new customer plus 2 new customers this month. So you've got 3, all buying Osoline, 3 by 100 points for each of those orders. So that's 300 points for that month. So those points are totaling up. So that's now a total of 100 plus 300, 400 points totaling down here. So the points are starting to increase. Now, in July, you've got 1 plus 2 plus 1, that's 4, all ordering Osoline. So there's 400 points for that month. And I'll just put them in. So you've got another 1 join, so that's 500 points in the next month, 600 points in, what's that, September, have I got that right? Yes. And then another new person joins, so there'll be an extra 100 points coming in from orders. You've got 2, so that's going to be extra 200 coming in there, so that's 900. And you have another one, so that's 1,000 points. Just as this is the new customers, that's your new customers, it gives you your 10 that you need, and they've given you another 4,500 points. So you're already up to, now you're up to 9,550 points. Wow, we're starting to jump along, and all you've done is achieved your minimum number of customers. So now I'm also going to assume that you're going to be smart enough to realise that every new customer, get them on the auto orders, and then the company will give you additional points. Now, this table here is lifted straight out of the how to qualify information, and it says to us that if you get an auto order from a person, and let's just take your first customer here in May, for 1 new customer, and we're assuming they're going to buy every month. So that's 100. That's that 100 point order is coming through every month from them. Now, because the company gives you extra points for every month that they continue that, right? So 1 to 2, 2, 3, 4 months, 5 months. If they continue it for 6 months, if they it's that many points per month. If they continue it, that's not per month. That's in the 6th month. It's also in the 7th month and the 8th month. So if you want to work out how many points you're going to earn from that one new customer, it's a total of 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 30 plus 30 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40, which is 240. So that one customer over the period of time could give you a maximum of 240 points. So I'm just bringing them all in there. I'm not spreading them out just to make the spreadsheet easier. But if you'd increased that order from 100, let's say you'd got a second product in there, then those points increase for the number of months that the increased order is running. So that you could easily have some of the points running at those levels. You know, Osoline and I don't know, it might be the True Health. Then all of a sudden, you know, with True Health, you're bouncing up into much higher points, depending on how much of the True Health range that they go for. But you can see there that if the order is between 100 and 150, or 150 and 250, or 250 plus, then the amount of points you get increases. I've gone for the minimum here. For that month there, we've got those 2 people. So 2 people it'll be 20, each one would be 20, 20, 20, plus 30, plus 30, plus 40, plus 40. That is 200. There's 2 of them, so that's 400. And then this next one is there's one new customer, so it's 20, 20, 20. So 60 plus another 60, that's 120 plus 40 is 120 plus 40, 160. So that one person will give you over the journey 160 extra points, and on it goes. The next one will give you 120. The next one will give you 90. The next one will give you 60. And what have I done? I'm doing the wrong thing here. I'm a dill, trying to do 2 things at once. Let me go back out of there. Let's get rid of that. Right up there. That. Go back to that's month of September. Month of September is 1 person, 90. That's because that's the 60 from there. That's 4 months. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 60 plus 30 is 90. Then it's 60. Oh, I've done it again. What am I doing wrong? 90. Go. Not clicking over. That's 60. And that's 80. Because there's 2 of them. So 2 of them. So 20 plus 20 is 40, by 2 is 80. And then the next one is 20. 1 person, 1 month. It's 20 only. So that's the beauty of that is that if they weren't on auto order, that's 11,170 points you would not get. Any month that they were on auto order, you would get points. So the maximum you might, well, it's not the maximum, that's the minimum you would get out of those. If you had them all over here on bigger orders, that could be considerably higher. It could be, at least double that or more, probably more than double. So that's what 10 new customers will give you. We're up to 11. We're almost at the qualifying level for that 11,250 points. So let's go into the new associates now. And same thing applies here. I'm suggesting you don't get any new associates sign up until May. These are personally sponsored people, or the same with the customers. So we've got 2 people on Isoline, 100 each. That's 200 points in there. Then we've got, so now we've got 3 people on Isoline, 3 associates, that's 300. Next month we've got another 2, so that's 5 associates on Isoline, so that's 500. Next month we've got, what do we got there? Another 1, so that's 5. That's no, we've got no new ones. So that will mean that the 500 continue. So we've got 2, 4, 5 people on Isoline still. So your points don't increase that month, but you still get those points. Another new person, so that takes it up to 600. And none in that month, so that'd be 600 again. And then the last month you've got another new associate staying, so that takes you up to 700. So 7 new associates is giving you 3,400 points. We're over. Look at that. We've already got that. See, it's interesting, isn't it? You've already got enough to go on this trip for one person. But so now, probably back in about September or August or September, you would have started to get a lot more excited about this, and you'd be starting to increase these numbers, maybe shooting for the silver numbers to get the two people, which is only 3 more associates and 1 more customer. So you've already done the hard work. So I could go, in fact, I've got the numbers for these, so let me just put in the points that you would get from those 2 associates would give you 400. That 1 would give you 160. Those 2 would give you 240. You get nothing off that one because there's none. That 1 person would give you 60. Then there's 0. Then there's 20. So again, if you just got the minimum out of those, and that's another 880. So 15,000 points we're up to. And I haven't gone into the leadership development, and I'm not going to, because all I wanted to show you was that with just a little bit of effort and just working on minimums like Isoline, if you achieve these numbers here, you'll get the points. The company have set it up in such a way that it's not impossible. In fact, it's very, very, very possible to achieve this. Now, let me just jump back into the PowerPoint for a minute, because I wanted to just bring you back to something I started saying. You need more information. I pointed out before the information that the company is given you. So if you would like a link to the company video training, or you'd like a link to a copy of how to achieve the incentive, the little document they produced, or if you'd like to get a copy of the fine print, or a copy of the spreadsheet even that spreadsheet I've done, if you want, for whatever value it gives you, I can send you all that. Either email me, go to your upline if you don't want to email me. But my suggestion is, if you want those, if you haven't got those links, send me an email. That's John at Parkway Services, Parkway-Services, don't forget the .com. Let me know what you need, the links to, and I'll return your email with those links, and I will also CC your upline, so that your upline's in the loop. They're not kept in the dark. They'll know that you've been requesting this. They won't get their niggers in a twist about it, and we'll all continue on, and it will be good fun. It would be great to see, half a dozen of us down in Tassy. It really would. So let me get rid of stop sharing, and there I'm back. So that's it. You see, it's not that hard. Once you set your mind to it, read about it, set your mind to it, and then go after it. You will achieve it. There's nothing sure. Anyone that has a red-hot go at this will achieve it. And as I said, worst case scenario, if you don't, it's not the end of the world. You will have grown your business and you will be earning more income and you will have increased your confidence and you'll be ready and raring to go for the next incentive. So thanks for listening. Don't forget, contact me, John at parkway-services.com if you want those links. Thank you. See you later.